Good evening and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Freestyle Friday edition of Encrypted Connections. Um, I'm your host, Ron Burgundy, right? Is that right? Um, hello. Wow, okay. Hello, hello. Did I say that right? Sonia, hello. Um, Ollie, I'm gonna kick you in your face in a second, pal. I love you, but you're gonna get booted and abused. I would never do that. I'm only joking. Um, he is such a pain in my butt. Um, he just knocked my whole drink down, and I am in no position to even move to get it because I basically blocked myself into this seat. What a butthole. What a butthole. Sorry. How's everybody? Everybody good? I don't know why my thing is not showing me any of your emojis. Uh, it's just like putting them in text. He he wants needs petting. Yeah, he does. He does. He just has a really fun way of making sure that he destroys things on the way to getting it. I don't understand this. Everything is like so. It's saying um, person turquoise waving, pink waving, pink waving, hand purple blue piece, pink waving, hand purple blue piece, person turquoise waving, pink waving. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand. There's my boy. What's going on, country boy? What a wonderful show that was. Um, if you guys missed that, it was a great time. It was a wonderful time. It was one of the most enjoyable times that I've had yet on on any show or podcast. It was a really good time. If you guys don't subscribe to Chris's channel, please go subscribe to Country Boy Cryptids. It was wonderful. Um, it's a great channel. He's a good dude. He's got this adorable little daughter who is big into Bigfoot and scary stuff, and apparently has more courage than I do because she doesn't get scared by monster movies or anything like that. So, what's going on, Mikey? How you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, I did get some beard oil. I did. Yeah, I got some beard oil on this bad boy today. It's definitely looking a little better. It was out of control earlier. Um, Let me go back in here real quick and say, hey, Bigfoot, Littlefoot. Hey, Miss Trish, how are you? Val, Southwest PA. Hello, Janelle. Sonia, Addie, Kay, Linda, Long Island. I think I got everybody. Yeah, it was a wonderful show last night. I had a great time, man. Um, Great conversation. So much fun. There he is. What's going on? Oh wow, look at this. Two in a row. Mr. Lake and Mr. Dwarf. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We have a Bigfoot and a dwarf back to back. Now imagine that for cryptid luck. Imagine that. Um, Let me see what's going on in this chat. I'm lost. What's an emergency? What was an emergency? I'm so lost. I feel like I'm not getting the whole chat here. So I'm reading stuff, and a lot of it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You can take it off with a tool. I don't know. I'm lost. So who's hopping on here? Who's jumping on? Who's jumping on? Ready? Boom. We're gonna do this probably about an hour and a half, maybe, and then I'm calling it quits for the night. But there you go. There you go. So, did everybody watch the little live earlier about tomorrow? Um, about how it's not going to be on YouTube Live, the usual wilderness stuff. Um, the It's going to be probably on Facebook Live, most likely. I'm going to say 90%. It's 100% going to be on Facebook Live as long as when I get out in the woods it works. So I'm not sure how that part works yet. I've only done this, tried it out while connected to Wi-Fi. It says it works off of Wi-Fi. It says you can use your phone as the hotspot. Plus, I actually have a real hotspot. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, we'll see what happens. I hope it works out because I'll tell you, man, the quality of that camera is it's it's otherworldly. I mean, it's just crazy. It's such a beautiful picture. It's no more shaking, no more bouncing. That gimbal is so smooth, and um and you have to set up your notifications on Facebook. Um, do I have to do that? I have to set them up. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
What's up, man? How you been?
Hanging in there. Been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday, so this is like relax night on encrypted connection. So I figured I qualify for relaxing.
Yeah. Who doesn't? I mean, come on. I think I probably have made that into a job. You know. I mean, if there was money to be made off of it, I'd be Bill Gates. I'd be Bill Gates, man. So how's everything, man? How's the missus? She okay?
Yeah, she's doing good. I'm in like the back of the house. She's on another live stream in the other house in the other room. So
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah,
All right.
I got bored with that one, so I came out back.
All right, good. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I was just talking about you earlier too. I was saying that I have been not getting notifications from so many people for like a couple weeks. And it didn't even cross my mind really because you get so wrapped up in everything that I figured I was missing them. Like I just figured they were get coming up my phone and getting pushed down because things pop up so quickly sometimes. But then I was thinking about it. I'm going, there's no way, man. There's no way I'm missing him. Here he comes. Here he comes. Everyone say hello. Hi, Bubs. Hi. What are you doing? Come on there. Oh, wow. We're just going to do the whole thing, huh? We're just going to do it like that. Come on, man. You can't do this to me right now. Come on, get down. Get down. You got to go. Come on. You got to go. Lay down. This is unprofessional night. This is what this is. Unprofessional night on encrypted connections.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't getting the notifications, man. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Um, I went back through to check my stuff. No, Ollie, you're gonna knock something down and you're gonna get mad again. Um, and not only were my notifications off for some people, I was unsubscribed to people
Hmm.
that I had been subbed to, and I'm
They
like,
they do that sometimes. I don't know what the YouTube I don't know how they calculate this stuff, but they just do a sweep every once in a while, and then a lot of times I have to reset my stuff too. It's
Dude, I'm like, God, there was like 8 people. I'm like, what is going on now? Now I get it. Now I really understand what's going on. How like they just take people away from you. Um, you
yeah, and then,
know,
like you'll lose like a certain number of subs, and then you check like 3 minutes later, and they're back.
right on, man. What's going
Greetings.
on?
Hey, Brown
Not
Dwarf.
much, man. Greetings, greetings. Can you hear me?
Greetings. Yeah, absolutely.
Right on. Bigfoot Lake, what's up? Kyle, good to see you, bro.
You
Cheers,
too,
everyone in
man.
chat.
You too. Glad to have you here.
Likewise, man. I'm glad to be on.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I actually sent you a message too, on Facebook Messenger earlier about
Okay.
how they unsubscribed me to people.
Okay. Wow.
I,
Yeah, no, I don't do Facebook much, so it's like, yeah, I don't really have like I made one recently for somebody just to make a quick little connection, and but other than that, I'm not on there at all. So yeah, I
oh,
don't know, but
so
I did see you on Insta.
okay, so then yeah, maybe I sent it to your Insta then.
Okay.
So yeah, so because I was telling Bigfoot here that I had noticed that I was missing like a lot of people's stuff. And
Okay.
I was like, like for a little while I thought maybe it was because they were getting pushed down the list and stuff comes through so fast. But then I was like, there's no way I'm missing so many people's shows. There's just no way. I can't watch
Yeah.
it. I can't, there was just too many. I'm going, I can't watch all of them, but
Right.
I will, at least I'll do is try to hop on for a few minutes, give them the view, and then I'll go back and try to watch the rest later. But I was
Right.
getting nothing from some people, nothing.
Yeah, that's a trip. And I feel like that's happened to me too. And I wondered, like, maybe is it just because I'm maybe subscribed and like you said, it just gets drowned in all the stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like it happens every once in a while to me. And I try to stay on top. I mean, you see I'm on all the time and always
yeah.
watching something or whatever, or diving into something. But I've noticed that you're like, yeah, it's like, wait, hold on, I just missed someone's live or someone's post or something, and yeah, I trip out on that sometimes. And I've noticed the past couple days on people's lives, it seems like the service has been glitchy for people, and people are like, oh man, maybe it's their service, but I see it happening on different people's things. So I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or what.
I mean, I sometimes I wonder if they're like purposely sabotaging people, and I don't know why.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I wonder about the subscriptions. I know Long Island Bigfoot is definitely a channel that I always have to like. It seems like I have to resubscribe, or it gives me the option to subscribe all the time, and I feel like I have to redo it, and I hit the notification bell and stuff. But I do get his most of his notifications, and there's several other channels like that that I follow, and it seems like I always have to like resubscribe or whatever to them and hit that bell.
are you having this problem, Josh?
Yes, I think it's across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought, as far as my channel, it was just doing people a favor because when instead of coming to watch my video, you're probably better off because mine aren't really that good to begin with.
Oh, stop it!
Hey,
Stop it!
hey
I
Brown
feel
Dwarf.
the same sometimes, man. Don't worry.
Oh, you guys are crazy. Quit it, man. You guys are
Hey,
crazy.
I got something we need to talk about.
Oh boy, all right.
Okay,
I'm
and
nervous.
I don't know whether Mike's still in chat or not, or any of you guys in chat that have a channel, you put out content. Brown Dwarf, you're there. This man needs 38 subs to hit 1K. We got to get
Oh,
him there. We need a push.
thought I was in trouble or something. Whew, man, I was sweating bullets over here.
You might be.
Yeah, I think what I could do, I can maybe do a little TikTok and maybe post something on my community page. I don't know if you want to send me like a thumbnail or something, and I could flip it out over on TikTok and try to shoot traffic your way. That's what I do with over on the TikTok. I've just been posting like cryptid, mainly Bigfoot content, and if I do know the source of whatever I send, I tag people and put links or whatever and try to shoot traffic, that way or whatever. But yeah,
I haven't gotten into the TikTok thing yet. I don't
yeah.
even, dude. I can't even. I don't post anything to my Instagram page. Like it's terrible. I'm awful.
Yeah,
TikTok.
my Insta sucks too. I don't know. I've been learning the TikTok as of late, and it's you could have fun there. There's a lot of stuff there, but I get it why people don't like it, and whatever. It's a spy tool. I think honestly, all these things that we're using now could be
Dude,
spy tools or whatever. But
everything you got in front of you is a spy tool,
right. So whatever, and then why not let your voice out while you can. There might be a point where we won't have this, and then what?
That's right.
True.
That's right.
That's true.
It used to be in the 50s when everybody was so paranoid about the Russian spies and them listening and stuff. And now you just look at your phone or your device over there on the counter and you're like, wiretap? What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? You're just sitting there listening to you.
Yeah,
it's so true, man. If I remember when after 9/11 happened, and it was really bad then. I mean, you remember there was like there was all kinds of people going, outraged that someone said, like someone would say something with those with the what were the words called? They had a term for certain words, trigger words or something.
Yeah, they were like, I forget. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And if you said those words, and if you said like a few of them together, it would be like there'd be red bells going off inside the Pentagon, and there'd be like flashing lights, and the bat phone would ring, and they'd go get Connolly, go get Kyle Connolly now. He just said bomb, airplane, and whatever in the same sentence. You know what I mean?
Well, and I've heard it's kind of like that here too. There's certain words that'll trigger the algorithm or whatever.
He knows. He knows.
Very true. It's very true. My wife's channel, she gets the big X for a week all the time.
I get nervous because we were talking one night, I think, right? Me and you, Josh, and we got into a pretty heavy conversation about some stuff about the government and cover-ups and all that stuff. And you told me, you were like, "Hey, cut it off there, pal. Cut it off there."
Yeah.
And you hate to say that, but
hey, that's just scary, man. It's weird.
Yeah. But a lot of this information that we may feel sketchy about is public information too, man, that people should be talking about, and once again, use these platforms to your advantage or just use it to your advantage, man.
Here's the thing that I don't understand is I watch a lot of different stuff, a lot. I'm all over the board with the things that I enjoy watching, right? So, like for instance, I'll watch the Sean Ryan show once in a while. You ever watch this guy? You know who he is? Okay, so Sean Ryan is a former Navy SEAL special ops soldier. Very, very highly celebrated, by the way. He was on some of the most real intense missions over the last like 20 years. I mean, this guy was a part of some of the baddest of the bad. And so he started this channel. And now I don't agree with a lot of his stance on things politically, but he has soldiers on all the time. And I lost one of my closest friends was a Army soldier. I lost him in Afghanistan, and I ended up going on to work with soldiers coming back from war with PTSD and addiction. So anyway, it's a topic that's kind of close to the heart. But he'll say things on there that just baffles me, blows my mind. He'll outright attack the government and say things like they're hiding this and they're hiding that and this and that. And this is a guy that has inside information, and he's got 1 million subscribers and is making millions of dollars. They don't ever say anything. They don't do anything to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the information. It's out there, man. Everything is out there, I think. And you got to be careful with certain stuff. But Yeah, I trip out on things like that too, man. There's certain stuff that I hear and see, and I'm just like, wow, dude, they're putting this out. This is out here. It's like, whoa. You think someone would be on top of that, or maybe there is someone on top of that. I don't know, but
Well, I mean, you can't talk about COVID in the wrong way.
right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
look
it's
at
weird, man.
he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing. He's saying, "Don't say it. Don't say it."
Hey, Kyle,
Yeah, buddy.
I got to drop down. I got to go.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm glad you popped in. I listen for the show for the 1,000. If you can hop on, even just for a little while. I'm trying to have
I'm there.
few people on, and all right.
I'll be the comedy relief coming on.
Uh,
And in that spirit, I do have something I want to leave you with.
okay.
And this could be for all of us. We don't always whoop, but when we do, there it is.
There it is.
Hey guys.
All right.
Oh, that's
I like
great.
that.
He's awesome, man. He's awesome. I saw that post on his page and I literally started laughing out loud. I was like, oh, that's good, man. Whoop, there
Funny,
it
I
is.
didn't see that.
He's a good dude. So what are you doing? You're working, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But yeah, no, I'm at my brother's shop. He has a skate shop / 420 accessories. We got clothing in there, bro. Incense, the whole nine, bro. Spiritual corner, sage,
Good
few
stuff.
few little crystals and stuff. We're trying to expand on all that, dude. Get more stuff in, especially the spiritual section. And yeah, bro, we're just doing it right here, East LA. Very close to downtown too, so there's quite a bit of action out here.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, and it's good to be back in Los Angeles, bro. I grew up out here, but I live up in Northern California and Southern Oregon area.
Oh, wow.
And so it's been like a quite a long time, several years since I've spent a good amount of time out here in Southern California. So it's cool to be back.
That's awesome, man. That's so you're like in positivity heaven at this place. You get crystals, you got 420, you got skating. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, bro. We were trying to, definitely uplift the vibes, not only in ourselves, but around the community, bro. Because we need it out here, especially out here, the East Side, LA, man. It's wild, bro. There's projects a few blocks away, and Skid Row is just now. You go straight down Olympic, you'll hit Skid Row. So you see all that, you're around all that stuff, and that's some really low vibe stuff. But yeah, man, there's some good vibes out here too, bro, and we gotta pump that stuff out. And yeah, it's good to be able to have the youth come in. A lot of them are into the skating and into the art and stuff, and yeah, man, I got my turntables set up.
What?
I think I mentioned that. Yeah, so that's getting me back into the hip hop and the music and stuff. And I noticed you're into the hip hop, bro. So,
oh man, I love hip hop, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on it.
Yeah, same here. And so I always had a big respect for the East Coast, New York and the whole East Coast, man. Just being the birthplace of hip hop and all that, man. And yeah, learning those elements out here, the graffiti, breakdancing, DJing, nice. MCing, and all that stuff, man. And yeah, dude, we have a strong. LA has a good, strong underground hip hop culture, man, that's been around for years. As of late, I haven't really tapped in, but I know it's always going to be out here. It's out here, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a matter of waking that back up in myself. A lot of people say that, oh, like hip hop's dead and that, and I get it. It's changed. It evolves. Hip hop evolves. There's so many different branches,
of course,
genres of music that come from hip hop, but like that old school, I know what I could see it, and I could imagine the type that you're into, and you like that real stuff and that old school. You're in that 90s golden era.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I like, for me, Nas is my guy. That's when I heard. I mean, I had listened to hip hop prior to that, right? And prior to 1994 when I heard Illmatic. And I loved hip hop, but when I heard Illmatic,
mm-hmm.
my whole musical world changed. I mean, it like I remember sitting there and listening to that album just over and over and over and over and picking out so many different things that he was doing and the stories he was telling. And then from there, I ended up going back and re-listening to some of the stuff from before because it gave me a much bigger respect for it in general. And so then I went back and I listened to the Chronic all over again, right? And like sat on that for months, and then and just continued to do that with records, man. And then me and my buddy ended up we had a radio show on the local college station. It was just a volunteer thing, and we were teenagers, man. We were just like, we just loved it so much. We were like we'll do it for free, man. Like, can we just get a show? And they were like, yeah, sure. You go on after Polka.
Wow.
Like, whatever, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it, dude. I love it.
That's awesome, man. What an opportunity. I've gotten to play on the radio up in Humboldt County, and that was pretty cool, man. And yeah, just doing little gigs here and there for a long time is what I wanted to do, and it was what I was doing, private parties and stuff like that. But I was gonna mention, the thing about hip hop too, and I know I get a lot of people are probably like, especially people out maybe more out in the country and stuff, and be like, oh, we're not into that. But you'd be amazed what hip hop can do for people sometimes. Like for instance, the music. A lot of hip hop music is made with samples and stuff, which come from like old records. Could be like a random record or some sort of classic record. But as a producer, as a music producer, you look for these samples. So you're digging through crates of records, and these crates of records, it could be all type. I mean, for a good producer, you're gonna dig through all types of music, bro, and have that respect and love for music, no matter what it is. It could be country, it could be electronic, you name it, stuff from around the world. So I love collecting vinyl, and it's one of my passions, man.
You guys, and out there, I'm sure there's probably still like real vinyl record shops out there, huh?
Yeah, some of the bigger ones. I think we still have Amoeba. I don't know if you've heard of that one. That's one of the bigger ones. I think I don't know if it's only a West Coast thing, but yeah, Amoeba's a big one. But yeah, we used to have a lot of little, shops, but a lot of that was kind of phased out with obviously with the technology and all that, a lot of that stuff got phased out, and a lot of people are just using WAV files on their computers and stuff too. But I like to mix both. For a long time, I was like strictly vinyl, didn't want to give in to the changes and stuff like that, and finally gave in. And so I mixed both the vinyl and music from my computer and stuff. So,
dude, that's awesome. Do you know what's great though? You know what I've seen over the last like 2 years? I don't know if you've noticed. You go into Target, you go into Walmart, you go into Best Buy. Every one of these stores now are selling record players.
Yeah.
They're selling these like vintage looking record players. And then there's a vinyl section right above them. I think it's the greatest thing, man. There's no sound in the world like vinyl. There just isn't. It's just got so much soul and depth.
Oh yeah. No, you got to have those like snap, crackle, and pop.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
dude.
Man.
Yes. Yeah. Reminds me of my childhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we're probably scratching them too the wrong way. Huh?
Oh God. Remember my mom freaking out on me when I tried to do that the first time. I forget what I think it was like a Spinners record she was playing, and I was like, went up and I'm like, she said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm DJing."
Did you get to go out today?
No, not today. I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Okay, nice.
I'm gonna go tomorrow, and then I'll probably go Sunday. And it just depends, I guess, on I don't know. They were saying the other day that it was supposed to maybe rain. I don't really care. The rain doesn't bother me as long as it's not downpouring.
Right.
Then I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So
just make sure you take all the proper precautions, and
Yeah. They're saying I guess they're saying cloudy for most of the day. It won't maybe not rain until later that night. So I think we'll be good for both days. And it's so surprisingly warm here still, dude.
Nice.
It's crazy. We normally this time of the year we're in the 20s, man. We're like,
wow.
And it's 48 today. It'll be 55 tomorrow. Like,
okay.
That's
weird because out here So at night it's been getting really cold. I haven't checked the temp, but I'm like, man, I'm bundled up and it's really really cold. And I know people are like, what, LA cold? Yeah, right. But being, up no comparing to up north, I'm like, man, and it's a weird cold. And I heard someone mention something about a cyclone had come through. I don't know, but anyway, it's been cold out here, bro. And yeah, anyway, that's weird that you guys are kind of warm. But during the day, today was kind of warm during the day, but I bet it will drop in temp.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. Everything's kind of haywire, you know. I think
Right.
obviously if your eyes are open at all, you see that the world is just it's just crazy, man. Everything's backwards and you know, we talked about it the other day that the weather is changing everywhere, that you're getting earthquakes that are just awful, hurricanes that are worse than ever, tornadoes, all this stuff, man. It's like Mother Nature's just going, you know, if you're not going
Yeah.
to listen, then I'm just going to pimp slap you a little bit and maybe wake you up.
Right. Yeah, man, definitely. And speaking of earthquake, we just had one. I think day before yesterday, like
Do
2
we?
a.m.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm staying with my brother, so he has a garage down. I'm down in the base in the dungeon, and so I thought it was him upstairs walking, him or his wife, and it felt like, yeah, I felt like it was shaking, and then he popped up. He's like, "Hey, did you feel that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I thought it was you guys." He's like, "No, dude, it's an earthquake, bro." I'm like, oh man, all right.
You can keep them things. I don't want anything to do with those.
Oh man, no, we get some good ones out here, dude. All up north too. They've been hitting all across the state. The Bay Area got hit a little while ago, and up in Humboldt County, actually, the county where we stay, got shooken up too, man. And
Dude,
up there,
let me ask you a question real quick before I forget, because you're mentioning Humboldt County again. These stupid earphones are terrible. I don't know if it's my ears are shaped weird or what, but
I just got some. Excuse me, but
yeah.
I'm not using them. I'm getting used to them. But I hear you good, man. What's up?
These just keep falling out. I mean, I don't know what the hell it is it dangerous up there?
Yeah, it could be. It could
Yeah.
be dangerous anywhere, right?
But
So
I mean,
yeah.
relative to what it used to be like, now that you have, well, this is what the rhetoric is. The rhetoric is Humboldt County is obviously the place where most of the growing operations were going on for a very long time. And then
Yeah.
you had cartels moving in and
Yeah.
basically were forcing their way onto certain properties.
Yeah. I don't maybe like that back in the day, maybe there was stuff like that, and maybe there is like maybe property like issues, I would imagine, but nothing where they're like pushing people out of their
Oh,
property
okay.
like that. I think they're able to purchase large properties and they do it and then they do their thing and they just protect it,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they stick to them, they're out there for sure. And there's like, I've heard of meth labs and shit like that, excuse me, and stuff like that. And
Yes.
but yeah, if you stick to yourself and don't get involved with stuff, you should be good to go, and just don't be trespassing on anyone or anyone's property.
Yeah,
You should
right.
be
Yeah.
good. But dude, yeah, stuff does happen. You hear a lot of the stuff.
Uh-oh. What happened? We lost him. He'll be back. What a good dude. There he is.
There.
There he goes.
Hang on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little fuzzy.
Yeah. All right. Because I'm not sure if I hear you.
Can you hear me? Hold on.
Yeah. How about now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Nothing, huh? What's going on?
Anyway, I can't hear you.
And I hear this clicking in my ear. It's really weird.
Oh, here we go. Boom. Sorry
Better?
about that. a headphone
Okay.
on now. Somehow I went to headphone. Anyway,
Okay.
excuse me. So yeah, I was saying, what was I? I forgot what I
Um,
was talking.
we were talking about Humboldt. Shoot.
Yeah, just the situation, the cartels and stuff up there, and yeah, labs and stuff. Yeah, you hear about all that stuff, and that's not only there. You know, it's all throughout like a lot of Northern California. But dude, like with the whole legalization thing, a lot of that, you know, a lot of things they cracked down a lot of illegal things that were going on out in those areas.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, you know, it's legal here now in California, so a lot of people have the right and their permits to do their grows and whatnot and stuff. So there's a lot of that for sure. And but a lot of those mom and pop farms. The sad thing is that a lot of the mom and pop farms have been, you know, pretty much stomped out by like bigger corporate
Mm.
type people that come in and like, you know, bought out land and you know whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
that's
it's definitely an interesting place.
yeah, I'm sure. I've never been there, but you know, I've been to Northern Cali
Okay,
twice.
nice.
Um, I went through oh, was it Ojai?
Yeah, all right.
Ojai?
Yeah, yeah. So you were still in that's still so for us like people in LA they'd say that's a kind of north, but yeah, it's a little bit north of Los Angeles. So that'd still be Southern California. But yeah, Ojai, bro, that's interesting that you've been there. What'd you go there for?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. We were just driving. Like we just decided we were gonna drive, man, and like
Okay,
we were gonna see, you know, what we could see on the way up, and
for
um,
sure.
so we went through Ojai. The point of this is what I was gonna say. The point of this was, so we go through, we end up in this little town called Ojai, and we got pulled over. And man, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was one of the scariest situations I've ever been in with the police. They
Oh wow.
were, dude, they were, those guys were like what you would imagine, um, like real crooked,
Mm-hmm.
um, like small town police would be.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's what it felt like,
Yep.
dude. That we were out of towners,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought for sure like they were gonna, like something bad was gonna happen to us, man.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah, we ended up, we got lost, and then we ended up there, and we went through there, and we went further north, and then we ended up, what did we do? We ended up hopping off somewhere, getting a hotel room, and then the next day continued on um until we got to the Sequoia
okay.
National
Nice.
Forest.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that, man, I'll tell you right now, that was like the most amazing thing. I think as far as nature goes, it was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen in my life.
That's cool. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's like Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park that are like kind of next to each other.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't been to either of those, but I've done Yosemite. Um, but yeah, I want to definitely check out Sequoia Kings Canyon, man, if that's where you went. And back to Ojai, dude. It's interesting
Oh
that
man, what's
you've
going
been
on?
there
Why was
because
this not
dude, there's
working?
been some Bigfoot reports out of there, bro.
Hold on one
And
second. Hold on. I don't know what's going on here. Audio. You there?
hmm yep, I hear you.
Okay. I think we're good.
Okay,
I had to
I hear
take these stupid headphones out because they keep falling out of my ears.
you. Mhm.
Um, so yeah, you never been there though.
Ojai, yeah.
No, to Sequoia.
Oh no, not Sequoia, bro. No.
Oh,
So I
dude.
and I know they have redwood, like a type of redwood there. But yeah, no, I was more on the coast, north from there, but on the coast, and we have redwoods there too.
Oh man. They're amazing. Damn it, this is way too
Oh yeah.
quiet. I gotta put these back in, I guess. This computer
Yeah, but
stuff,
seriously,
man. This computer stuff.
and I know we're just kind of chopping it up today, not really doing anything too crazy.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I got to get this
Family,
because I can't hear with that. My audio's not. Um,
Jen,
mm,
I was going to tell you about Ojai too. I got to remember that.
okay, we're good.
Yeah, so Ojai, I heard several reports of Sasquatches in the Ojai area, and if I'm not mistaken, Ojai might be Kern County, and Kern County is a pretty big county, next to LA. And then there's some footage. I don't know if you've seen the Kern County footage, and I believe it might be the uh, 5 freeway. They weren't exact on the freeway, but you could see this guy that's filming from across the freeway, the highway, and there's some hills across the way. See traffic going by, and this black subject is walking across this hill, not exactly on the ridge, but like kind of in the middle part of this hill here, and there was power lines, bro, and it was walking towards the power lines, which made me think, you hear a lot of reports of them walking along power lines and stuff like that.
Dude, can I tell? I gotta share this now because I was supposed to. What's going on, guys? How you doing? I'm missing all these people in the chat now. Camping. Sorry, guys. Maryland Bigfoot. Bama. How are you, Bama? I've been wondering where you were at. Um, Mountain Lake Files. Welcome. Right on. Some new people in the chat. So let me tell you guys this real quick. So I went up to visit Mike in Long Island, right? Not too long ago to go film with him. And we had some stuff happen. There was something got thrown at us like a couple times. Something came through the trees, landed right near us. We had a couple quiet knocks, and then there was this really weird sound, man. It sounded like someone was knocking on your front door, but if they were knocking on it really loud, but you had a pillow over your head, if that makes any sense at all. Like it was this loud but muffled knock. It was the weirdest thing, man. And it sounded like it was right next to us, like right there. Hi, Lake Fairy. Hey, many birds. And then the whistle, we got whistled at. And then there was this screech thing. So there was stuff going on there, and you could feel it when it changed. When we got into that area, there were all these big trees, man. It was the weirdest thing. All these full trees, big giant trees, root balls attached and everything, but yet there was no like stump. There was no hole in the ground. They were all pulled into this area and positioned like a barrier, man. You could see what was doing. And then I was like, I gotta make sure like I'm not going crazy. And I gotta go back and see if there's holes in the ground or divots or whatever. Because even if they've been here for a while, you'd still be able to see because these were giant trees. And sure enough, there's these holes in the ground and but way down on the hill. And I'm like, okay, so this is strategic. This was on purpose. Well, that's not even the craziest part. The craziest thing happened to me when I was on my way home. And this is going to sound absolutely insane to people. I know it is. People who were in my live chat will know because they saw the reaction like right then and there. So I'm driving home. I was coming from New York, so it's about a 3-hour drive. I was back in Connecticut at this point, and I was probably about 40 minutes away from my house on this on a highway. I guess it's considered a highway, but it's a back highway. It's like connects two real main highways, so it goes through like the middle of nowhere. And I'm on this highway going south, and the northbound side, is right opposite me, but there is in between us. There's like there's like land, a little bit of land in between the two sides of the highway because The south side is up higher than the north side is, like by a significant amount, by like, I don't know, maybe 15 feet higher in certain areas, you know, and then they'll even out or whatever. But we're at this area, it was about 15 feet higher than the north side was. I'm driving, and I don't know for what reason I even looked, but it was just dark. There was only that tiny bit of ambient light left, just enough to where if something was out there in the right position, you'd be able to see it. I look out the window across the highway, and what I see is this big hill that goes up, and it's the power line trail. At the very top of that hill, there are two silhouettes, almost exactly the same size, standing side by side. I mean, like right next to each other at the top of that hill. Okay, it's dark out. It's Sunday night. It's cold. And I'm like, I freaked out. I go, what the, like, what? And I'm even talking to them, going, it's got to be people. It's got to be people. But I'm rationalizing in my head, like, I didn't see any truck over there. I didn't see any car over there. The power line people out on a Sunday night, like, if they were working on those giant power lines, it wouldn't be two people. It would be big crews, and like this place would be lit up. So I'm like, screw this. I'm turning around and going
Yeah.
back.
Well, actually, I was in chat, bro, and I was the one who told you to turn around.
You were.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
I see. I was so
and I
caught
was
up.
and I was kind of joking in a way, but I was like, well, why not? I was like, hey, turn around. And you did, dude. You turned around. And
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember.
Dude, it was the craziest thing, man. But the weirdest part was you were there. I drove back, dude, and I couldn't find this hill. But when I got back on the highway to come back, I saw it from that side again,
Dude,
and there was nothing there.
that's happened to me a lot of times with certain situations where it's like, for instance, I could off the top, I found some tracks not too long ago, and I didn't have any plaster with me. I was checking out the tracks, marked them, and returned the next day to try to find the tracks and cast them. And the next day, for some reason, I couldn't find them. But I found another set of tracks, but it wasn't the exact ones I wanted. And just weird stuff like that will happen where, like, yeah, you turn around and try to find this, something, and it,
Dude, it was the weirdest thing. And so the only thing, like, because I know the hill was there, I turned around, went back, couldn't see it. And then on the way back again, I could see it perfectly again. So the only thing I could think of is because of the height difference where my lane is on that side, when I came back, I was low, right? And I don't know if that hill started up because there's like ledges, right? Right on the side of the highway, there's like steep ledge. And then at the top of that ledge, that could have been where that hill started to go up. So if I'm driving down the highway, I'm at the bottom of the ledge. I can't see up top. But from the opposite side of the highway, when I was up higher, I could see it. So that's the only thing I could think of that happened. But I promise you, man, from where I was, as far away as I was, it was really difficult when I sat down for the next 2 or 3 days and racked my brain, going over and over and over in my head, thinking, how crazy is it to think that I possibly saw two of these things stand on the way home from one of the most like hot spots on the East Coast? Like, are really like what the hell? But I'm
bro,
telling you, dude, they were whatever it was very easy to see these things. Very easy.
that's amazing, man, and definitely write that down for the book, bro. Yeah, things like that that you got to take note of, man, because I think it's little things like that that happen that that certain people won't take note of, man. They'll just blow it off and won't think of it any further. I think the fact that you feel a certain way about it, like hold on, questioning and all this, there's something there. And I think this is how they operate a lot, man. They don't they'll start with stuff like that, and then it'll go from there. But definitely keep your awareness open, man, and I believe it happens like that. I claim my two sightings that I've claimed were both on road cross sightings, you know, or near a road. I was on a road, and one was crossing, and the other one was like paralleling me. But they say the number one reported right road cross sighting. So, you know, it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. And the fact that, most of the wildlife I've seen, and I've seen quite a bit of wildlife, man, you name it, uh, has, always been like either on or near a road.
Hmm.
And so, it doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
man. It's I gotta say this real quick because I'm glancing at the chat every so often and I
Yeah, go
see
handle it. Do your
yeah
thing,
and
man.
I see um let's see. I want to make sure I go back and get this. Uh pu- 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 um Bama Bigfoot. Your channel is awesome. I don't care. You're saying that your channel sucks. You're crazy. I love your channel. I've been watching your channel for a couple years. So please don't. That your channel is very good. Um, now we got new people here that I got to go look at. Mountain Lake Files, new folks. I love it. Thank you, Maryland
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
I
Good
know
stuff.
your channel's growing, man. You've been doing great, bro. Your interviews, your guests, you're
Well,
doing
thank
good.
you,
Keep it up, bro. And
thank you,
I'm
brother.
glad I found it. I'm able to tap in now, and here I am
Thank.
chopping it up with you and your people. I love it.
This is great, dude. I was excited when you said earlier that you'd come on the show. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it, dude. I say it all the time, but I just can't stop saying it. Like, one of the best parts about this is all the people. Like, the people that I've met through this is like such the coolest part for me, man. You didn't think who would have thought that the internet, which can be a pretty sleazy place at times, um, that you'd meet all these awesome people, and it's like there's so many that just flood this chat every time that I'm on. I don't know that we've had any on. We've had like two trolls, and they quickly jumped off. They were like, "There's too many nice people in here. We're out of here."
Yeah, well, it comes with the territory, right? And but yeah, you know, this scene, it's a circus, man, and you know, it bleeds out to whatever you call it, the other scenes, the UFO, paranormal, and all that as well. And
Yeah,
but you know, it's a circus, it's a scene, and it gets wild, man. It gets
yeah,
crazy, but at the same time, like you say, man, there's a lot of good folks out there, dude. And that's awesome, bro. I love making those connections and just sharing information, sharing good times, and like you just recently linked with Mike, and like I bet, dude, that's you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life, bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And making those moments is what life's about, man. And being able to share your passion with someone too who shares the same passion, and that's living, bro. You know that?
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. I told that you're yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. That's absolutely what it's all about, dude. It's
Hmm.
uh it's in a land of weirdos, right? Because we're considered weirdos from the rest of society. Um I think it's the other way around. I think we really get it. I think everybody else is the ones who don't get it. They're so close-minded that they're really missing what's going on around them.
Hmm.
And
And
who wants to live in a world like that? I'd rather live in the world where every day I'm wondering, what could I possibly see today? What could possibly happen today? Like,
yeah, keep that mystery going. You know, some
yeah,
people want it like solved and oh, it's over and done and on to the next.
yeah,
Nah, man, I'm enjoying the ride. And yeah, I do realize there's a lot of, I guess you could say, ego involved in this circus. And bro, that's as of late, I've been learning how to just like, check myself and just looking at things differently, bro. The perspective of things, how I'm looking at things, how I'm uh, responding to things, you know, and just
sure,
being a lot more careful about my feelings and how I project myself, bro. And And so yeah, man, just keeping that good. Once again, going back to the good vibes, positive things, and all that, man. Just keeping that flowing, bro. Because in this, you could go on and on about the beats and the this and that. It gets gnarly once you get into this. If you haven't found out already, but there's all types of stuff that's gone on for years. It's gone on forever, ever since the topic has been,
Yeah.
out. But whatever, it's just part of it, and we just gotta keep doing our thing, bro.
Yeah, exactly, and then that creates. I think what happens is, like you said, when you ignore that stuff, and when you focus on what you're talking about, when you focus on you and what you can do to be better, what you can do to make this community better, and continuing to foster that through your channel and lifting up others who are doing the same thing, it becomes infectious. It starts to spread, man. I think people, it's easier for people to be um, negative, and because it doesn't take effort to do that.
Right.
Takes no effort to be negative and nasty. Sometimes it takes real effort to think, or put whatever it is, those feelings to the side, and use your brain, and center yourself and go, well.
Yeah, and once again, that could be perspective too, and I think that could be the most of the viewer perspective of most people is what I'm trying to say, is that maybe they feel that it is easier to be negative, maybe,
Mm.
but I feel it's the other way around, bro. It's easier to be uh, positive. And then I was hearing,
I guess you're probably right.
yeah, yeah. I heard this saying the other day. I think it was like something like, I'm not gonna have it word by word, but it was like it takes, I think, less
Oh,
muscles to smile than it is to frown. I think it is something like that. So
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know,
Anyway,
but I
it's easier to smile than it is to frown, basically, bro. So it takes less. But for us, it feels like, yeah, it's just, for some people, it feels like it's easier to be pissed and negative all the time. There's more things that I guess you can count and complain about than there is good. But I'm not looking at life like that no more, bro. It's like the counting
yeah.
blessings, and there's more blessings to count than there is the
Well,
other.
you're right. One of my favorite sayings that I've ever heard in my life. It's like, I say it's like for years now. If you change the way you look at things, the things you're looking at will change. So if you wake up in the morning and you go, "Fuck this day, it's gonna suck," or
Guess what?
it's probably gonna suck. It's probably gonna suck bad, you
Dude,
know?
I love it, bro. As simple as that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
So,
And I heard that from this. I heard that from a 70-year-old alcoholic. Um,
wow. Hmm.
he kudos to him. One of my favorite people I ever met. He was 29 years sober,
Wow.
going on 30, and he said that to me when I was at my lowest, when I was in rehab, just off of a 5-day detox, feeling like dog
Ooh,
crap and hating the
ooh. I
world.
get it,
And
bro.
yeah,
And
man.
I'll share a little something. I've been through it, bro. I've been getting myself recently out of some mud. Life is crazy, but bro, I've been feeling great. I've been
Good.
really taking care of myself for a while. I wasn't taking care of myself and just kind of not doing too good. I was like up and down. Life was up and down. I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, man.
What is going? And I was like, you know what? I need to make some major changes. Boom, made those changes, bro. My life is like taking a whole 360, and things are happening, good things, and yeah, man, we could do it. We could do it. And then those people are out there going through certain things. We're all gonna be going through stuff, but doing little stuff like this, little talks, this might help somebody out there in chat, or who may listen later. Uh, yeah, man, this is cool, bro. And once again, if you ever need someone to talk to, man, I'm right here. Hit me up
Amen.
anytime.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I tell everybody that, man. Anytime if you're feeling a certain type of way, I come on here. I go live at times when I'm feeling a type of way, because then I have people to connect to and talk to, and good people, then it gets my mind off of all the shit that's going on in real life. um, which it's been tough. The last 6 months have been real tough, and so this has been a blessing to me, man, because not everyone's available at every time you need them in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't. My buddy, my best buddy here, he may be working when I'm going through it, but if I hop on a live in the middle of the day, there may only be 3 people. But guess what? There's still 3 people, and we're talking. Now we're conversating. Now I'm getting stuff out. I'm feeling better. Yada yada yada. And
Yeah.
so, I think that part of that part of the YouTube community, is kind of understated sometimes, man.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know?
definitely. And I do see a lot of love going around too, man.
Yeah.
There's out there people out there spreading love and whatnot. A lot of good supporting people. Like, um, but yeah, man. My headphones telling me it's low battery here. I don't know. Let me know.
I keep hearing other voices.
Yeah, so there's people in the shop. So that's why earlier I was gonna tell you, bro. I was like muting the mic and all that. There's,
Oh.
yeah, I'm actually in the restroom of the shop. My mechanic office. Yeah,
Right
yeah,
on, man.
so fabulous, bro.
That's
Honestly,
dedication, man.
but
I love
yeah,
it.
I hear some voices, and if you hear music or anything, I might mute it or whatever. But yeah, brother. Yeah, so no, it's good to finally be on with you, dude. I'm glad to be able to chop it up, man.
Yeah,
This is
dude.
great. We
This
did
is
this.
great.
I did this with Mike. We were testing out because YouTube has a little feature that you could add someone instead of using the StreamYard. Like they have their little version, but you could only one
Uh-oh.
person, right? You heard that again?
You're getting a lot of feedback there. Something's going on.
Okay, hang on.
I'm-
So maybe.
Yeah, there was all kinds of weird noise coming out of there. I don't want him to get hacked or get people camping. Oh, you did too. Right on, man. That's good. Good for you. That's great. That's great. Look at you got Brown Dwarf's shop on here. Somebody needs to get me this. I gotta support this shop. Bam.
All right, how about now?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Boom. Sorry, bro.
That's
I had the Bluetooth on, my headphone, and I'm
no,
telling
you're
you,
good.
I'm still new to all this stuff. And when I go live, and
No, this sounds great. This sounds really
cool.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
this is awesome. Mike got your Mike linked your store in the chat.
Oh, cool. Yeah, man. So yeah, the shop. I actually got someone hit me up the other day, a YouTuber, actually a well-known YouTuber to me. He's also a fellow Bigfooter, and he seen one of my posts, and so he called the shop looking for a particular product, and he didn't. He thought I was just kind of like promoting the shop. And when he was talking to my brother, and he mentioned something about Brown Dwarf, and then so my brother's like, "Hey, I think this is one of your people." And so I started talking. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, Brown Dwarf." I'm like, "Dude, you're talking to Brown Dwarf, right?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's me." And this was tripping out, man. It was cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go on when we get off here and check this place out.
Yeah, bro. And if you want, I could maybe even I think I did a little chat. I did a little channel for it, and there's a little vid on a couple little vids on my channel where I'm just kind of showing the process of the shop and little updates and stuff. But yeah, man, we're really wanting to get this going. It's going, but we're trying to get it pumping for sure.
That's good stuff, man. So now, do you?
Mhm.
Is it just? Is it just? He did. Does he actually sell THC products?
Yeah, no, it's not a dispensary, but one of LA's, if not LA's best dispensary is right literally down the block, Olympic on the same street. It's called Jungle Boys.
I know Jungle Boys.
Yeah, bro, we're right down the street from Jungle Boys.
Get
So
the hell out of here.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, but we have everything you need, your papers, your glass gear for
Okay.
whatever, and a lot of cool products, man. And we're working with a lot of local one right now is a local glass artist, and I know several artists from up north as well. And yeah, these guys make all types of cool stuff. That glass blowing scene, it's pretty crazy, man. They make
Yeah,
some
man.
amazing art. And so yeah, we should be doing hopefully some glass blowing in here soon too. And yeah, man, if you have a logo, a sticker, or anything, merch. Right now we're kind of on, working with the budget we got, but we definitely want to work with other people that have anything that they have going on. If you have art or whatever it is that you do, if there's any way you would like to collaborate, we would love to collaborate with people and work with people. We're working with a few different people right now too, and yeah, man.
There's a lady. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look through my messages.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady that sent me a message not too long ago, and it was a picture of some of her artwork,
Okay.
well, it was actually 3 pictures, and man, I don't
Is it
say it
is it
was
is it is it
what
Sibylla Irwin by chance?
Sibylla Irwin.
Yeah, I believe she's out of Texas, and she's a well-known artist, and she actually does a lot of Bigfoot related art.
Maybe that is who it is. It might
Yeah, bro,
be.
it's very possible, but that's cool if it is, and if it's not, it's cool anyway. But
It might be. I'll have to look again, but that sounds very familiar. But that also could sound familiar because somebody may have mentioned that to me before. Who knows?
okay,
My brain's shot.
yeah.
It's too many concussions.
Oh,
But yeah, I'll have to look it up because whoever it was, this art was beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful.
nice.
It was like I would hang it on my wall in a second.
Mhm.
It was that good, man. And I was like, you need to be pumping this stuff. Like you need to get a YouTube channel just putting this stuff up. You need to get
Okay.
an Instagram page. You need to like Etsy store this stuff. Like go, go, go.
Okay, so maybe it isn't her because Sibylla Irwin, she does have a YouTube channel, so you should check her out too, man. She's kind of
Okay.
well known in the scene, and but yeah, I wonder who you're talking about. Is she out of your state or
No, she was from if I remember correctly, she was from like Indiana,
Wow.
Indiana, Idaho, one of those
Okay.
two.
Do you get a
Yeah.
lot of Bigfoot stuff out your way, like in your town?
As far as what? As far as like
It's
sightings?
like shirts and
No,
all
shut
that.
up. No.
No.
I'll tell you where I live. You want to know where I live? I live in the land of like everybody has to keep up with the Joneses.
Okay. Yeah.
This state is there's a lot of real nose in the air types
Yeah. Yeah.
all
Yeah.
all over this state. Now, I'm not saying everybody. There are good people here too. There are
Yeah.
plenty of
Yeah.
good people. But the culture, even for the people who are really good, the culture here, people don't talk about that stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
the only place you'll find anything to do with Bigfoot in the state of Connecticut is the northwest corner, the furthest corner of the state, because up there is the Appalachian Trail, the Berkshire Mountains, and it borders upstate New York. So then the culture's a little different up there.
All right. Yeah, I've heard of Berkshire. Yeah.
Yeah. That place is crazy.
Yeah, and that's right. You're in Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember you were mentioning, I told you I got a boy who's from Bridgeport, bro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, bro. And this guy, dude, this guy's a beast, bro. Big dude. Yeah, I shouldn't probably say too much about him.
Yeah, no, keep that quiet.
He's one of my boys for sure, man. He's got my back. So,
dude, that place is a scary place. It's a scary place, man.
This dude's wild, bro.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I've been to some pretty sketchy places in my life, especially back when I was, doing all that stuff. But I'll tell you right now, Bridgeport ranks right up there. Especially there's two places there that really were like that. Really, when you got to them, you were like, whoa, like this is. Everything could go really bad here in an instant. You could tell, like it was just bad vibes everywhere. And one of them was they call it Bloody Fifth. That's what they call it. Now, just by the name, you know that it's not a good place. And then the other one is the P.T. Barnum housing projects.
All right.
And
wow. BT Barnum, like the
P.T. P.T. Barnum, like the circus. Yeah, it's from Connecticut. The P.T. Barnum is.
What the hell?
Yeah, man.
That's interesting, bro. I'm gonna dig into that. See, I like that gets my attention. I'm gonna dig into that, see what all that's about.
You want to look into some other stuff. Look into the projects that used to be in Bridgeport. They were called the Father Panic Village. Okay. Father Panic. I don't know who he was, but I know the history behind Father Panic Village was one way in, one way out. That's it. You pull in, you got to turn around. There's no way to pull in and get out any other way. It was like a U shape. All the projects were around that, one U-shaped drive. It was so bad there. The crack era was really really bad there. It was so bad there that they had shooters on the roofs of the buildings, and the police would come and they would shoot at the cars.
Yeah,
and the police would just leave. And then they stopped coming there altogether. So you had people from New York coming down to set up shop in this projects because at the time New York was so congested with other dealers and stuff. Now Bridgeport had its fair share, but it's nowhere like New York was. You know what I'm saying? So these New York guys would come down and they would try to set up shop. They'd get chased right out, dude. Wow. They wouldn't make it. And there were millions and millions and millions of dollars that went through that place. It was so bad. Ronald Reagan was president during this time. Ronald Reagan sent the National Guard there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's a whole other thing, that's a topic that it's a rabbit hole and
yeah, you could get in trouble.
It's not what it seems too. So you gotta dive in there and see what the hell is really going on there. There's a lot going on and it's not all pretty, man. But
listen, I don't mind. I'll say it. The U.S. government created crack cocaine.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, and they're involved with all that stuff and bringing in weapons and whatnot.
They traded it. They traded weapons and crack.
So
yeah, they armed the guerrillas in South America. Ricky Ross, literally was like he was their scapegoat for so much of the crack that went through the West Coast.
Crazy,
this guy got everything dumped on him. His whole story is nuts. It's nuts. If you've never, I don't care if you have no interest in crime or anything like that, read that man's story. It's one of the most interesting stories I've ever read in my life. He was a super highly intelligent young man, but he couldn't read or write. But he was incredibly smart. He was a tennis prodigy, and a tennis prodigy coming out of like Compton, or I think it was Compton, or
Yeah.
South Central, or one of those spots over there. But yeah, man, and then he ends up getting, kind of swept up in that whole crack epidemic. It just hit at the perfect time, and he he made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. There was a time when he said that um on a daily basis, this is crazy to me, it just blows my mind. On a daily basis, he was making over $100,000 in profit a day.
That's
A
crazy.
day. At the height.
Mm-hmm.
100,000 a day.
That's insane, bro. That's amazing. Jeez. And I believe it. And so yeah, that brings me to think like, okay, so yeah, the government is involved in a lot of things like this, and then so we question the things that we're into, and I do believe they know of things, and there's things being maybe not told to us, and all of
Yeah.
that, man, and it just makes me wonder what they do know, and just yeah, watching it all play out. I think this, if there ever is, I think that the discovery, if they were to tell us about the Sasquatch is being real and all, I think that's the equivalent to like UFO, I mean alien disclosure. It's going to
Well,
be on that level.
I think for some reason I feel like there's more to the Bigfoot than there are the aliens, that they don't want us to know
Okay.
about them.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just me. That's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Well, and you got the right to think those things, and I believe it's very possible.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand it's um why it's such a big deal for them to continue hiding it.
Yeah, I think it is just gonna keep open. It's gonna lead to more questions of other things, and it's just gonna blow open the
Yeah.
whole thing, and then
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you're probably right. Then once they have to admit that, then people are gonna know for sure. Like, okay, well, all these other things are probably out there too. Then, so,
yeah, yeah. Because
um,
I believe this whole setup that they got, as far as like I get it. People have to work. We need to create things, and society and all this economics and everything. But I believe that's also some sort of trap of theirs to keep people, enslaved to
sure,
what is really going on in life. So, you got to pay those bills, be working that 9 to 5 and working that life uh, while other things are really happening and going on. And, it's just like, wow, man, I kind of see it like that. And it's scary. And I'm just glad I'm able to look at things differently, bro.
yeah, agreed. I had this conversation the other day where I said, I just don't have, and you call me whatever you want. I don't really give a shit. I am never going to be the type of person who's going to conform to everything that people want you to conform to. I would rather I would rather live in a studio apartment for the rest of my life, drive a used car, and be able to go out and do what I want and enjoy the days that I have, because you only have so many, right?
Mhm.
Than to work 60 hours a week, come home miserable, sleep, do it all over again. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I just don't. That's not, to me, that's not living.
Yeah. And I believe we have the ability. I mean, everyone, whatever, follow your passion, whatever that is, and do what you got to do to get there. But I believe, like, yeah, if you feel like stuck in a situation like that where you're just like in the hamster wheel with your life, I think, yeah, you just got to take that step and do what it is you do. Do what it is that makes you happy and that you love, and
Sure.
start doing that more as much as possible, and to, you know, really take off on that path. And then, you know, I think that's where magic really happens. But yeah, you could break out of those cycles as far as, and I know it's like, it's scary. It's like, oh my God, the bills, and how are you going to do this? And, you know, I get it, man. I get all that. But yeah, I think we could do it. You know, we can do it. It's possible. Just pick what it is that you want to do, and fire it. Go for it, man.
Yeah, it's but I think a lot of that too starts with you know, as that needs to be kind of fostered in you as a child. I think it's very important because if you don't have somebody behind you cheering you on to tell you you can do whatever you want,
Mm,
and so when you go to them and you say, "Mom, Dad, whoever, I want to do this," and they should say, "Do it." Do it. Whatever you want to do, do it. Whatever it takes to get there, you can do it. So go for it. Unfortunately, that's not what everybody gets. And
yeah,
so as a child, those are such those years are so important for molding the way that you think and believe in yourself or not believe in yourself. So then you start to grow up and you think like, you know, well, I can't do that because that's silly. That's not what people do. People do this. They go become a plumber. They
mm,
go to work at the factory down the road. That's what
yeah,
people do, you
yeah,
know? And so you know, I just think it's important that those things like I also don't believe in like I don't think it's fair to have a kid at 18 years old to think that every 18-year-old in the world is going to know what the hell they want to do with the rest of their life
right,
forever. I mean, that's a big ask. At
yeah,
18, I was
yep.
an idiot at 18 years old.
Two of us.
I was a dummy.
Yep. Yeah, no, bro. Trust me. I mean, growing up in the inner city, dude. You know, we grew up school of hard knocks, and learning the hard way. You know, and
Hmm.
you know, but I try to make the right decisions. But I've gotten into my little share of trouble here and there. And,
Yeah,
you know, we learn, and yeah, I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I'm saying, just doing this new path, and giving it what I got, bro, and
that's
just
good,
riding
bro.
with y'all.
That's good, bro. You got a good spirit, man. You got a good spirit.
Yeah,
You can tell.
I
Hey
appreciate
Sharon, if you think I have more hats than you do
it.
shoes, you should see how many pairs of sneakers I have.
Woo!
Because I have way more sneakers than I do hats, and I
Nah,
do have a few hats, but I have a lot of sneakers.
yeah, I got a lot of caps too. I just haven't busted them out, but yeah, no, I like your gear, man.
You got dreads, huh?
Yeah, bro. You know, but and I usually keep
Man,
them wrapped up because they're just really long now. But
I'm
sometimes I'll,
jealous.
you know, get them
I always
all.
wanted dreads.
No, bro, you stay in the hills of Humboldt County too long, and you're eventually, you know, you start dreading up, bro. You become the Sasquatch.
Right on, man. So you got to tell me, man, being out there, you, you do you go out often? Do you go out in the woods looking and stuff? Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. So we have a homestead up on the hills up there, and so basically, I could step outside of the house, and you know, we're surrounded by woods, you know, so it's right there, dude. And yeah, you just go down the hill into town, and there's a bunch of like different groves, state parks, redwood groves, man. A lot of different, you know, rivers. There's all types of spots around there, man. It's amazing, bro. They call it Bigfoot country for a reason, and yeah, dude, you got to make it up there sometime.
Oh, I
I know
would love to.
LIB would like to check out too. So, you know, we'll put that out there, bro. We'll put it out and hopefully manifest that, man. I would love to give you guys a tour of that in that particular area. And so yeah, man, every chance I got, basically, you know, if I was either running errands or doing a job for someone else, you know, I got to work on different properties and stuff like that. That's how I got to know different parts of the county. So anytime I was doing anything, you know, dump runs or going to town or something, I would stop at my little areas, man, and I had them dialed in. You know, it took a while to figure out, you know, my little areas where things were happening. And once I figured that out, I started dialing the areas, and then, you know, just really focusing on those areas, and yeah, man, just started documenting. What's up, Jay? Good to see my brother Jay right here. He's a big time TikToker right there. He's top
That's what
notch.
I heard.
Yep.
That's what I heard, man. He's doing a premiere at 8. What time is it?
Yeah, and he does his lives, a lot of lives on TikTok. I tap in with him, and yeah, we've become pretty good friends, man. Cool guy out of Canada, man. Much love.
Yeah, definitely. He just he popped on not too long ago, and said, you know, I do most of my stuff on TikTok. So
Yeah, and he's really passionate about the topic.
yeah,
Yeah, I love
oh,
it.
that's awesome. That's so cool. I gotta
Give him a follow, people.
Yeah, give him a follow, man. Give him a follow. You know how we do. We support each other here. That's what we do. Yeah, I got to get over to TikTok then, because I have it on my phone, and I never go on it. I would spend on there for so long that it literally it uninstalled itself.
Yeah,
because it just sat there dormant.
Yeah, just maybe not put your credit card information if you could, you know, because I know you can purchase things and do like stuff like that. I haven't done that. Maybe, you know, but I know I've heard Politis mentioned a lot, really push on not getting involved with TikTok, and but that time I was already too late. You know, I respect the man. I respect Politis' work and who he is. And so, you know, I take heed to what he says. But it was already I was already on TikTok, and yeah, no, let's get that information out there. The world needs to know about this and how we feel and our views, and let's share it. Why not do it on TikTok, man? You'll have fun there, bro. You're gonna blow up there too.
People tell me for the only things I've ever seen on there are like clips that people send me that you know, I end up laughing hard, you know,
Right.
like for what's on there. So some of the stuff is very entertaining.
Go ahead.
I'll have to go and check it out. Kid You Camping just watched the rock throwing one. I believe I hear the rock hit ground and roll. Wait, what? What's going on here? You watch rock throwing what? I'm missing something. And hold on, I got to get this back up here. Where is it? Camping says, yeah, Bridgeport, Hartford. Got to keep your eyes open. Yeah, Hartford's the murder capital of New England, and that's the capital of Connecticut. It's a terrible place.
And dude, I don't know if you've seen, but I was kind of posting. I did a little video. You heard about that massacre we had here in Los Angeles?
I did.
Dude, that happened a few blocks from my brother's house, dude. I heard the shots, bro. Yeah,
No
they
way.
usually, yeah, in our area here in our area, they usually throughout the year you'll hear fireworks all the time, dude. So it's like a normal thing, and you'll hear some big ones go off too, like boom, bro, and it's like whoa, they lit a big one off, you know, which is crazy. But and then you know, New Year's just passed, so that activity was pretty ramped up, and so it was Chinese New Year's Eve, you know, and I had a great weekend with the family. We had gone out and had a great time back at my brother's, and I hear fireworks going off, and then I noticed that there was sirens a little bit after that, and then a helicopter, which is also normal. There's always LA, there's always stuff going on, you know.
The ghetto bird.
And then I was on YouTube, and then I got a notification from this YouTuber, Street Action News, and they do independent news. Like they're always on the scenes on Instagram and or YouTube doing their lives and checking out whatever's going on. And I get their notification, and yeah, just write down so I put 1 and 2. I was like, dude, those were the shots, bro. Yeah.
Whoa. Man, these massacres and mass shootings, like, I just don't understand. You know, I'm gonna make kind of a joke here, and it's a dark joke, but whatever happened to the good old fashioned serial killer who killed one person at a time?
Jeez, bro, it's
no, I'm
changed.
sorry. That was a terrible joke.
Yeah,
but you know, it's just like it's this is terrible shit, man. The thing that burned me up was watching that Uvalde, Texas kids at the school.
Oh wow, yes, yeah,
with the cops who were too cowardly to go in.
That see, yeah, bro, and this stuff has been going on, man. It's been going on. So yeah, you guys be safe out there. You know, be aware. It's still happening, and yeah, you know, it happened. There was one right before this in the Bay Area that we had. It was a whole family that had gotten taken out, and then this one happened, and then the day after, back up in the Bay Area, Half Moon Bay, it was like 7 people, bro.
Yeah, 7 people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they arrested that guy.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's going on, California? Like, you know, once again, open your eyes and try to look deeper. You'll see maybe there's something happening here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things happening. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. What the hell did I want to ask you? Shoot.
It'll come to you. What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Yeah, no. I know. Surprised I haven't gotten any jokes tonight about not having snacks, but
oh man.
Usually that's the going joke. Like if I forget things or if I mess up something, the joke is Kyle hasn't had his snacks yet.
No.
That's all right. I like my snacks. Get off my case.
I love snacks, man.
I earned this belly. Every pound of it. Yeah, we had that terrible Sandy Hook shooting here. That was awful.
Oof. Yeah.
That was awful, man.
Alex got into hot water because of that whole thing, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got to pay like $100 million or something.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah. So
crazy. That's what I mean. You can't a blueberry pretzel. Why'd you bring that up, Janelle? Why'd you bring that up? The blueberry pretzel stuff. It's my favorite. Oh, it's the best. The best.
Wow.
Oh, it's so good. Damn it. Now it's something to think about. Yeah, that's one of those things though, right? So people talk about these things. I had a kid I went to school with. I hadn't talked to him in years. And you know, you could tell when some people are passionate about trying to get the truth out there, whatever the truth is. And then there's people who, like, especially for me, from working in the mental health field, you know when someone's having mental health issues, right? It goes a little bit beyond. And this kid was clearly having some mental health issues. But at the same time, some of what he was saying was truthful. Mm-hmm. And he lived in New Haven, and he was posting things about the Sandy Hook Police Department on Facebook. They came to his house. The Sandy Hook Police Department twice came to his house in New Haven. This is like 45 minutes away, man.
Wow.
Yeah, 45 minutes away. They came to his house to basically scare him is what they did. Mm-hmm. They tried to intimidate him, and it didn't work. It didn't work. He was like, he cursed him out the whole time they were there, you know. Mm-hmm. filming live, you know, telling everybody, look, this is what these guys are doing. And yeah, but just scary, man. Scary. People can just, you know, they can come do whatever they want. What it feels like. It's like sometimes it feels like it's getting back to when we were under English rule.
Jeez. Oh, man. Know? Yeah.
Your rights are being trampled on left and right. You're being lied to, and you're being stolen from. You know, taxes. We don't owe anybody tax. This is not a law. This is not what free people are supposed to do. Taxes is not a real thing. Police are not they're a contractor. The police departments are contractors. All of this stuff goes against so many of your rights as an American citizen.
Yeah, and so I was gonna mention, like things you're talking about. Yeah, if you start digging around little things like that, and they're not little, but you'll start discovering some stuff, and those things could help free you up too, man. If you get, they say knowledge is power, right? So you start
Yeah,
learning some of this stuff, man, and it could really help you out and change your life as well.
definitely, for sure. I agree 100%. I watch those videos all the time, those auditor videos.
Okay.
You ever watch those?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but it's possible.
So
Go ahead,
these
tell me
guys,
more.
what they do is they're civil rights auditors, and they basically go around to different places. Mostly, it's like town halls, city halls, post offices, public areas, right, that are accessible by the public, and they film, and they do it quietly. They don't say anything to anybody. Somebody will say hi, they'll say hi, and then they just film. That's it. And they basically wait to see if people freak out, if people have a problem with them having a camera. And 9 out of 10 times, people get pissed and they're like, "What are you filming? Why are you filming? You can't film in here." And they're like, "What do you mean I can't film in here? There's a public place. We own this place. Of course I can film in here. Freedom of the press." And they're like, "Where's your press pass?" And the guys, they're always like, "Press pass?" Like, there
Yeah.
hasn't been a press pass issued since 1960 something. Like, nobody has press passes anymore. And he's like, "My press pass is my face. I'm an American citizen." But the point is to educate people. Like, people get so sensitive and they get bent out of shape because they see a camera. Well, why is it bad that you have a camera, but there's 10 cameras watching you right now inside this building? So, why can't I have my own personal camera filming them back? And it's to get people to understand that you have rights. You still have these rights. And if you don't stand on them, they will be taken away from you.
Gotta exercise them. Yeah.
If you don't exercise them, it's like a muscle. You don't exercise your rights, they get weak.
Lose it.
Yep. They get weak and you lose them. And I just, I don't know. I've gotten to the point where, like, I watch it and I watch these things and I get very, very, very angry because I see more and more times where you're being lied to. Even in traffic stops, it happens. Like, if you're not educated on what the laws are, police will lie to you. They're regular people too. They should be held to a higher standard because of the position they're in.
They mess up too.
Yes, but they, at one point in time, they were held to a higher standard. Do you know what I'm saying? And so they should still be held to that higher standard. And if you can't do that, then that job is not for you.
Right.
You know
But
what I'm
and
saying?
do understand that a lot of the police forces, I believe, I don't know if it's a nationwide thing, but out here on the West Coast, Cali, for instance, a lot of the police forces are suffering. They need funding. They need more people to join.
Yeah.
So
Big soda.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, bro. So it's a thing out here where they need help. They need help, and I get it. Like, I'm like, dude, being, I guess, young and kind of rebellious, you kind of always have that F the cop mentality, but no, dude, I've learned to appreciate law enforcement as well. I respect them and respect what they do, when they do their job properly, man, because we do need them as well.
Agreed. I agree. So I don't, this is not police hate by any means. I don't hate police. I don't like dirty police.
Oh yeah, no, I get you, man. And I
don't like dirty politicians. I don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't like that. Hey, wow, Montauk is strange. Okay. How you doing? Right on.
Montauk is strange. I've never been there. Heard a lot about it.
It's strange. You ever heard of the Montauk Monster?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yep. That I remember when that picture first started circulating.
Oh,
It
I
wasn't found far from here.
uh-huh. And but wasn't there another creature similar to that one found?
Was there? Probably. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, I believe so, but because I had seen it, someone was featuring it on their podcast, and I was like, "Hey, that's the Montauk monster, right?" And I think they said no, it's some other creature from I don't know where it got washed up, but it looked just like the what we think is the Montauk monster.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I'm sure there probably was. Al says he was there when they found it.
Hmm.
Um, what? Wait,
Wow.
hold on. Wait, I think he's answering two questions here. Uh, The Montauk monster was found in Montauk, New York. Then the other one was found in Australia, is he
Okay.
saying? I think.
All right.
And it was a raccoon. The one in Montauk. It was a raccoon. The one in Montauk was a raccoon. May have been a bit deformed, but it was a raccoon. That's not the thing you have to worry about. The thing you have to worry about is the stuff on 3 Mile Island. That's what you got to worry about, because
What's that?
3 Mile Island.
Well, I've heard of 3 Mile Island, but yeah, what is it that what are you mentioning?
The stuff that goes on inside that place.
Okay.
Nobody really knows
Mm-hmm.
what really goes on inside there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a testing facility, so they say. Where Plum Island, that's the one. Plum Island,
Okay,
sorry.
I was
Plum
gonna say
Island.
3 Mile. Wasn't there like some sort of nuclear
Yeah,
fallout?
I'm getting confused. Yeah, 3 Mile was the nuclear disaster. Plum Island, I'm sorry. It's it's a weird, very weird place, man. And it's very lots of cover up stuff going on there. Who knows? You probably all kinds of weird skinwalkers coming out of there and dog men
Oh
sneaking out in the
man,
middle of the night. I mean, who knows, dude? It's
there's
a
probably
weird place.
portal or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
probably.
heard briefly about it, so I'll dive into that. Plum Island, huh?
Yeah,
All
weird
right.
stuff. Weird stuff. Montauk, Plum Island had pale humanoid with six trap holes wash up. Six
Wow.
trap um six trap holes wash up. What's a trap hole? Am I just reading this wrong? 6 trap holes. Trepidation holes. What
Hmm.
the heck is a trepidation hole? Drilling. Oh, wow. Okay, that's neat.
Yeah. All right.
Phew. Okay. Yikes. A pale humanoid washed up with 6 trepidation holes. That's you have a police sketch and newspaper articles? Okay. I need to see this. Bama, you're right. So many places. There's so many weird places out there.
Hey,
So
Kyle,
many.
and do you have any other interest besides the Sasquatch, as far as other cryptids or
Oh yeah.
UFOs, aliens, all that stuff, the paranormal?
All of it, man.
Nice.
I I do have like I love all of it. It doesn't matter what it is. Paranormal is probably my second favorite. Um I I've always been drawn to the afterlife or the in between
Mhm.
life.
Oh yeah.
And I it's just, to me, it's just so interesting. There's so much evidence out there that points to the fact that at least some people still are here after they pass away, whether they're stuck in some limbo or they choose to stay. It's different.
Purgatory.
Yeah, it's different because a lot of them, are a lot of them are intelligent, so they communicate, right? And when they communicate, sometimes they tell people that they're here because they want to be.
Mhm.
So it's like you chose to stay here, you know? So what does that say for heaven and hell? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That there's just a lot of
Right.
questions. And I'm not saying that I don't think that I don't believe in heaven and hell. I'm just saying I want to know what, why, when, how, like, you know, how's it
Yeah.
work? You know?
Yeah. I question it too, man, and I'm sure most of us do.
Yeah.
And but I guess we'll find out one day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll find out. And unfortunately, or I guess it depends. Um, Mike says you should have Mount Kyle. He goes in the field with me all the time. He's seen the weird. Well, yeah, let's do it. You know me, man. Listen. You want to come on the show? Send me a message. Tell me you're open to coming on. You want to come on the show? I'll have you on the show.
And I thought Mike was gonna jump on with us maybe tonight. You should jump on if he ain't doing anything. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go on, but
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off here in a little bit.
yeah, bro.
Just
No
cause,
worries.
been a long couple days, man. It's been a long
Yeah,
few
bro,
days.
what did we do? Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we're about an hour and 47 minutes. But we can do, I'll probably hop back on tomorrow night too.
Yeah, no worries. Dude.
I'm gonna go out in the field tomorrow. Do what I do. Hopefully it's a good day. I mean, it's always a good day when I'm out in the woods, but hopefully hopefully some stuff happens. I want to go back to those tunnels that I found last time. And
So I was gonna say, you said you didn't say hopefully tomorrow is gonna be a good day, did you?
well, I just meant as in not like good day
Tomorrow
overall.
is gonna be a great day, and you're gonna have
Yes.
great success out in the field.
Yes, I am. You're right. I am. Damn, you caught me. He caught me, son of a gun. But yeah. So, what about you? You like other stuff besides Bigfoot? You into the
Oh, dude,
paranormal?
yeah, I love it all. As of late, I've been getting into that weird TikTok case where that guy, that the mountain giant, and him passing away and all that. Did you hear about that?
No.
Dude, you got to get into it. I'll send you a link maybe on through Insta, and it's
Yeah.
like this guy out of Canada who supposedly filmed what he thought was a mountain giant, and all this weird stuff. 3-letter agencies got involved, this and all this weird, crazy stuff, bro. And now he's dead. So
Okay, so this is another thing. I love the giant thing. The giant thing is one of my favorites ever. Sasquatch Confessions says it's fake. It might be, but I can tell you right now that I believe that the giants are real, that there's something to these mountain giants. There was somebody that I talked to like about 8 months ago who is somebody who's pretty known, well known in the fields of the paranormal and Bigfoot and all this stuff, and has connections to, a lot of people, and said that there were these like Russian or Siberian scientists who were doing some kind of study in these real high mountain elevations over there in Eastern Europe somewhere, and they were like, they were up in the snow, like in freezing temperatures, and when they were up there, they came across these footprints, and they were somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 3.5 feet long, some of them, and they were, I forget if it was three-toed or six-toed. It was one of the two. I think it was three-toed, maybe not. I'll have to look that up, but multiple prints like this. Then there was villages nearby, like down the side of this mountain, and people talked about seeing these giants, like true giants that were massively tall, 20 some odd feet tall, like and they disappear into the top of the mountains somewhere. And like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a trip, man. I got the mic on mute there because the ice cream man's passing by, so you might be able to hear that. But that's crazy, bro. I'm with it totally. Giants have been around. I mean, you could look back into biblical text. Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me. And then now they're uncovering bones. I mean, they found some bones here in off of the coast of California, Catalina Island. They're finding bones there. Yeah, bro, it's definitely out there, and some people report of mountain giants and stuff like that. You know, I don't know about all that, but I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Another thing is I've recently got into Mud Fossils University on YouTube. I know Mike LIB is on them and is onto that channel, and they discuss a lot of the geological structures that are around mountains and rivers and stuff like that, and that how these things could be possibly creatures that were passed away because they're finding DNA inside of some of these things and stuff like that, man. It's really mind-blowing.
He just said that in the chat. He said, you got to check out Mud Fossil University. I'm going to have to check this out because that sounds right up my alley. What was I going to say? There are, you know, those burial mounds that are on like Native American land. They, I guess, at some point, at least, a couple of them had been dug up, and they were dug up in front of people. Usually this is not done. Usually only Native Americans have access to those burial mounds or anything on their own land. But I don't know what happened, and I don't remember where I read or heard this story, but a couple of them were dug up, and when they dug these mounds up, there were giant bones in there. I'm not talking about Sasquatch. I'm talking about like giant bones, full skeletons. And immediately this was, you know, put under wraps. The Native Americans were like, whoa, 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 like this is ours and nobody can touch it. And that's true. This is law. This is law of the land. If it's on their land, the federal government can't touch it. They can't go near it. And so those skeletons disappeared. They were gone, never to be seen again.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Smithsonian. Yeah, probably. But yeah, man, they're all over the place. The thing is everything. If you look in cave paintings going back tens of thousands of years, if you look at hieroglyphs, if you look at you know, ancient texts, and all, there are so many things that pop up over and over and over again, and it's all the same stuff. It's hairy creatures. It's the green man. It's the gods from the sky who are always in these flying crafts and have weird misshapen heads. And why do you think people tried to shape their skulls in certain ways? Because they wanted to look like the gods. I mean, this is not this. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. You know, this is.
There's definitely interesting call it his story or whatever, you know. Yeah, man, no, I'm fascinated by all that stuff, dude. As of late, I've also been getting into the whole Tartaria subject. I don't know if you've gotten into that.
I sure have.
Yeah, the old world, how a lot of these resets, mud floods, and you know, fires, and these strange structures and antiquitech. Oh man, I've been diving into all that stuff, and it's really, really fascinating. And yeah, man, it's definitely those things that I get into, bro. And I would love to chop it up with you more, bro. I'll be sending you some stuff, man.
Yeah, send me some stuff because, like I said, I even when I'm not on, this is all still stuff that I enjoy looking at and watching and you know, reading about. Man, I love this stuff. It's just it's so interesting. It's like, you know, the mysteries of it all. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, and then making the connections also is a big thing. Because once you start getting some of this information and just how it relates or pertains to you, and then the connections you start making either with people or just other information or experiences. Oh man, that's the good stuff.
Agreed, man. Agreed. Well, listen, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna get some
Yeah.
sleep because I'm gonna get up early, and then I'm gonna go get my butt out in the woods.
Hey,
But this was great, dude.
sounds good. Yeah, no. Much respect, brother. Much love.
You
Thank you once
too.
again.
Thank
Thank you
you.
everyone for hanging out. And we'll
Thank
be in
you.
touch, Kyle, man.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch, man. Definitely. Message me on Insta and then send me what you got. And I got some stuff I'm gonna send you too.
Will do, man. Bless up.
All right, brother. You too. Take care. Good
Likewise.
night, guys. I'll see you in a couple days. Yeah. What? Actually, when will I see you? What day? Tuesday. Tuesday night. Probably. Um, I can't remember what day it is. What day is the next show? Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I might be wrong. Um, if not, I'll be back on probably before Tuesday anyway. But I think Tuesday is the next show. Also, we're going to be having Miss Lauren back on next week. Hopefully, is what it looks like. Next week, she should be back on. This coming week, she should be back on. And duh, 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 duh. Who else? Who else? Who else? I can't even think right now. We got a few. We got a few good ones lined up for you guys, though. You think you'll enjoy. Um, Bama, why don't you come on the show? Montauk, you should come on the show too. But Bama, why don't you come on the show? I've watched your channel for a couple years. I mean, you've had stuff going on there for a while. You're probably signed off and I'm waiting for a response. All right. Well, thank you guys all for coming tonight. This was fun. Brown Dwarf, you're a rock star, bro. This is great. What a good soul. What a good spirit and a good soul, man. I enjoyed this. This was fun. We gotta get more of you guys on here. Sasquatch Confessions, we need to get you on here. Montauk, we need to get you on here. And I need to take ginkgo biloba for my memory because I forget all this stuff by the time I get off here. Camping, you should come on. I got to get Darkwoods and River on here because I had to reschedule with them, so I got to get them on here. So we'll get them on here anyway. Anyway, guys, I'm hopping off here. I will see you guys tomorrow out in the woods during the live. May have a surprise tomorrow for you, so stay tuned. All right. Good night, guys.